Hey viewers, welcome back to Wes's Corner. Hope everybody's doing well this evening. So it's a fairly warm February night tonight. It got up to the mid 40s today. It's the warmest day we've had in a while, and I rather enjoyed it. So tonight I want to discuss autistic representation in media. And this is a rather difficult subject because so often we autistic people have been so poorly represented. Rain Man, while it was a good movie, I feel like it wasn't altogether authentic. I Am Sam was kind of a bastardization of autism. It's series Atypical. I haven't watched that, but from what I understand, it doesn't do the community any favors either. And then there are other shows that have autistic coded characters. Take, for example, Death Note. I feel as though the character L is autistic coded. Just look at his quirks, the way he sits and eats in his brilliant mind. It seems to be like his hyper focus. That is something that I've always felt kind of like he is part of the community, even though the anime or the manga light novel, to my knowledge, has never come right out and said that. But he certainly displays some of the characteristics. Raymond Babbitt and Rain Man definitely displayed characteristics, but I feel like those were certainly exaggerated, though they were based off of his interaction with real life autistic person Kim Peek. We're not even going to get into I Am Sam. That was just a mess. Like I said, Atypical. I don't have enough knowledge on that, but from what I have heard, it's not a good representation of the autistic community. Because the problem with these shows, with these movies, is a general rule, is that they have neurotypical people playing autistic people. And it's like it's a poor representation. It's a misrepresentation, because while they can study and they can read and they can research, they cannot ever capture the nuance that someone who is actually autistic would have. But now, I am pleased to see there's a new show on Amazon Prime Video called As We See It, about 3 autistic people who live together, as well as their caretaker. It's called As We See It. And the thing is, the autistic people in that show are actually played by people who are autistic in real life. It is authentic. It is real. I had time to sit down and watch the first 3 episodes earlier this evening. And when I tell you that I felt represented, oh my, it was something else. Within the first few minutes, the one character, Jack, was rocking back and forth with his stimming. That's one of my forms of stimming. It was something else. There's Harrison, He seems to be a little bit. I hate using the term high functioning and lower functioning, but he seems to be a little bit more uh, developmentally. Uh, I don't want to say disabled, but he is a stronger diagnosis of autism. I would say I'm trying to word this in a way that's appropriate. He's a little bit more childlike, whereas Jack is able to tries to keep a job. He's dealing with his father's health, and then we have Violet, who is somewhere kind of in the middle. All three of them are 20 somethings. She is um, has a heavy fixation on trying to find a date, losing her virginity. She seems to exhibit signs of hypersexuality, and it's an interesting take. I mean, all three of the autistic characters are played by autistic people, which is very refreshing. Um, Jack is blunt. He says what's on his mind without any real regard for others' feelings, which is definitely a true characteristic of many autistic people. Harrison is struggling to make friends. He does make friends with a boy in the apartment directly above him. So see him kind of thrive in those first couple episodes. He's trying to walk and lose weight, and he has setbacks. It's real. And it's difficult to watch. If you are autistic, it could be difficult to watch, in my opinion. In the first episode, they do use the R word. It's a realistic use of it, but it can be triggering for some people. It did make me a little bit uncomfortable. I'm not going to lie. That term has described me before. People have called me that. And it's not okay. There's depictions of autism meltdowns. Very, very real, authentic depictions, in my opinion. I think I'm only 3 episodes in out of the first season, which is 8 episodes. I feel like this is going to be the visibility that we as a community have deserved for so long, and that we've been so heavily neglected. It's awful, viewers. It's awful to know that we as a people do not get the proper representation, or at least we hadn't up until now. From what I've seen, it's got high ratings. I think it's 93% on Rotten Tomatoes, 8.2 on IMDb. I laughed during those episodes. I cried already. I feel like the show is going to take you on a kind of an emotional journey, and I do fully intend to watch more to see how well it further represents the autistic community. And I'm hoping that this kind of breaks down barriers and walls for more autistic representation in media, whether that be TV shows, movies, cartoons, anime, books. There's not enough of it. There's simply not enough representation for us. Authentic representation, autistic people being played by autistic people. But this show came out January 21st. It's on Amazon Prime Video. Give it a watch. I do recommend it so far. And I would hope that you would like it as well. Um, I would also say it's good to watch the others like Rain Man. It's good to watch I Am Sam, even if it is a flawed movie. Um, but it's good to see these depictions and to know how to do it and how not to do it. As always, like, comment, and subscribe. Click the notification bell to be alerted of future updates and videos on Wes's Corner. Um, that is all for this video. Join me Friday where I discuss neurodiverse news. Once again, thanks for visiting Wes's Corner. Goodbye.